Hello friends, welcome to the session AI in 5 minutes. This is our episode 5, and in this session we will understand how ChatGPT works. ChatGPT is nowadays used by most of the people, and you can use it effectively if you know how exactly it works. ChatGPT, as we know, this is a chatbot, and this is a chatbot which you can say is a AI powered chatbot. So this AI powered chatbot is actually very useful because it works or it answers questions that are being asked to it. So it is built on the large language model. In short, we call it as a LLM. It can understand the questions that are being asked, and it can generate the text, which is human-like text. And ChatGPT will always communicate through some language. So you can make the use of any language, even Indian languages such as Marathi, Hindi can also be understood by the ChatGPT. English, of course, is the universal language. And whenever you ask a question, ChatGPT will answer the question in the language. It is basically a chatbot which is being trained on the massive text data. And whatever the data is being fed to the ChatGPT, it will learn patterns of the language. It will understand the context. And you have to remember that there is no consciousness that can be understood by the ChatGPT, but context can be understood. So you can say that the ChatGPT is a language-based intelligent system. So ChatGPT is being trained on the large number of books, articles, and conversations. A lot of data is being fed to the ChatGPT, and it actually makes the use of the supervised learning process in order to learn. And you will find that it is being fine-tuned by using the reinforcement learning. So supervised learning and reinforcement learning, both are used in the ChatGPT. And the training is very essential. Unless and until you give the training, it is not possible to make the use of the ChatGPT. So training happens before the deployment. So ChatGPT actually works the word in a sentence. And whenever it predicts the word, then it makes the use of the probability and patterns. Say, for example, when you type something like this, AI is transforming dot, 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 then ChatGPT will automatically predict the next word. And that is the reason this ChatGPT will give you a very fluent responses. So ChatGPT is very intelligent because it is a strong language model. It will maintain the context. So whenever you have earlier said to the ChatGPT, it will remember what you have said earlier in this context, and accordingly it will answer. It is very fast communication, and you will find that the fluency is there for the ChatGPT. But there are certain limitations of the ChatGPT. You will find that the ChatGPT cannot think, or ChatGPT cannot feel like humans. Human can think, human can feel, but ChatGPT can never do that. Sometimes you will find that the ChatGPT will generate the incorrect answers. The answers generated by the ChatGPT are always not correct. You have to check them. And also the ChatGPT do not have any real world awareness. So these things you have to remember whenever you are making the use of the ChatGPT. So human verification is very essential when you use the ChatGPT. So whenever you are using the ChatGPT, make a responsible use of the ChatGPT. Use it as if a learning assistant. Do not blindly copy and paste the ChatGPT content. You have to maintain the academic honesty. And whenever you want to use the artificial intelligence in your work, for your study, then you have to always use it ethically. So one can say that ChatGPT is a very powerful AI tool, but there should be some human intelligence involved and it must guide it. So you have to think critically and you have to learn responsibly. So this is very essential whenever you are making the use of the ChatGPT. So thank you, friends. Hopefully you have understood and you have liked this series AI in 5 minutes. Thank you.